How about a little late night crafting? Well, actually, if you're seeing this part, you're going to catch it on replay. Hi, I'm Summer with Hammond's Nest, and I am so glad if you are not catching this live. Obviously, you're not going to see a red live box up there in the corner. So still say hi, and I hope you enjoy this idea. So if you're on my text list, you did not get a text. So you didn't miss anything. It's just because it's so late where everyone is. It is almost 11 o'clock. Well, 20 minutes to 11 o'clock my time. So I've had a very long day, but a very fulfilling day, I should say. But I really wanted to jump on here before the day was over, wish y'all a happy weekend, and do a quick, listen to this, no paint, no glue craft. That's what we're about to do. A no paint and a no glue craft. So it couldn't be any easier. I've had this Easter cross. Well, I'm calling it an Easter cross. This is what it is in my stash for a couple of years now, but they still sell them at Hobby Lobby. So I do know that. Let me get over here and make sure that I'm live in all the right spots and everything. Hey, Jerry. So you're not seeing things wrong. I am indeed live at 10:38 at night. Just because I really wanted to spend time with y'all. I wanted to end my day like this, and hopefully maybe this could be a blessing to someone who gets to watch live. Y'all do me a favor, say hi, tell me where you're watching from, tell me something that you did today, tell me something you got to look forward to. I love to chat with y'all. This is my time to do that for sure. Let's see. Okay, give me just a minute, and then I'll be able to... This little craft is going to be over before we know it, just because of no paint and no glue aspect. And let's see who's up late at night on this Friday night watching, huh? Okay, let me get over here. If you feel so inclined, you can sprinkle the video out to invite some more people to enjoy tonight with us. Okay, there I am. Now I can say hi with y'all. Yes, it's late night. I get some of my best creative, crafty ideas at nighttime, and I don't always get to share those with y'all. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I just pop on here. So I did not send out any kind of reminder on my text list simply because that would be rude. Some people could be sleeping right now. So we're just going to have a little late night group tonight. Whoever that is supposed to be, that's supposed to hang out. Hey, Kathleen and Jerry and Lisa Marie and Nancy and Karen. Hey, girl, late night, Teresa says. Hey, Regine. Debbie, if there ends up being a smaller group of us than usual, I'll get to speak to y'all more. So y'all feel free to talk to me. Hey, Lisa and Kathleen. So have y'all seen these at Hobby Lobby? Like I said, this has been in my stash for a couple years. It's the Easter craft section. I don't know if they're $8.99 anymore. Y'all could tell me that, but I might have actually grabbed this one this year. I don't know. Maybe I have a couple in my stash. I can't remember. I just went and pulled this off. And normally, like, I really love chicken wire. So that goes with my rustic style, but normally these are really great if you want to fill them up with florals, but I have an even simpler idea with just using a little bit of florals. And so that's what I want to show y'all tonight. So that's what we're going to be working with. So I think when it's on sale, I gave like under $5 for this. So it's a really good starting point, starting place, you know, and no glue, no paint. Not going to use either one of those. So if you have one of these crosses that's also been sitting in your stash or something like that, then maybe you'll get an idea from tonight. Nancy says she has that cross. Lisa said she has that cross. Yeah, so a little late night, little chat, and my day was filled. I don't know if y'all watch stories or anything. I'm trying to show up more in stories. It's not super natural for me to get on and share. I do share with y'all when I get on live, but it's not like I don't think about it as often as I should. But I love the story option to be able to share little snippets of my day, little thoughts. And I had shared up in stories a while ago that today I spent interviewing most of the day. That I'm hiring an in-person personal assistant to help me and come to my home and help me with various business tasks and personal tasks, and that I was just asking for prayers as that is a huge decision. So I had a full day of interviews, but it was great, and I just want to make a prayerful decision, and that's what I put in my stories, was that I asked for prayers and just some encouraging words about it's a big step for me to let someone into this crazy behind the scenes world. If only you get to see a lot of the cleaned up, not crazy version, but sometimes it takes me a while to get to what y'all get to see. Oh, Beth just unplugged her glue gun and washed her paintbrushes. That must have been meaning you were super crafty during the day. I thought about crafting, but on Facebook, I'm glad. Well, hopefully I'll put you right to sleep, Jolie. All right, so what I'm going to be working with, I cannot tell you the number on these, but I know that I got these from a bigger floral piece from Hobby Lobby. I'm sorry, I don't have a number, but I'll just give you a close-up in case you want to look for them, because I love this greenery too. I've got several greeneries that I really love from Hobby Lobby. I'm going to be using some of that, and I'm going to be using some of these wildflowers. They kind of give me like little lily vibes in a way, but I know they're more wispy looking and wildflowers. These are from Dollar Tree, and I've shared these a couple times. Hey, Sheila. Hey, Cindy. I don't know if I said hi to you already, Cindy. Debbie says she loves that cross. I love this cross too. And while I do think it would look beautiful filled up with florals because it's got all the wire for you to be able to do that, I think showing some of it's going to be really pretty for the idea that I have in mind. So I'm going to be using some rusty wire, just some thin rusty wire. I'm going to do this one to where I could re-embellish this cross. So I'm making nothing permanent on here. Just keep that in mind. So let's do, oops, little piece of wire. That'll get sucked up with a vacuum cleaner if I don't find that. Hang tight. It just went away. It's so little. It's so thin I can hardly see it. Okay. Well, I'll find it in a minute. Let me see here. I'm going to grab some wire cutters. I'm going to get me a couple pieces of wire ready to go. So this will blend right into the Grapevine. This is just some rusty thin wire I got off Amazon. And it's good for little projects like this. And basically it'll blend right in. These little florals will float and you won't even be able to hardly see it. So, and then if I want to change it out, I can just take it off, right? That's the best part. Hey, Kefany's Crass from Memories Past is in the house. Hey, Stephanie. I'm glad for you to catch me live too, Cheryl. It's more fun with friends. Like I said, I wanted to end my day spending some time with y'all. So hopefully, we'll see. I'm going to push this up. Y'all enjoy it too. So I'm going to start by laying this down and this right here, and I'm going to get it in place, and then I'll snip it. And this, like I said, having this chicken wire on here is great because you can go and grab and put wire kind of just wherever you need, you know, and twist it really easy. This, you could embellish a wreath with this or just use it just like this if you wanted. I'm just going to do a little twist on the back. This is nice and tight. Let me just close. I'm not a professional wreath maker by any means. I dabble, and it's fun. Hey, Nicholas, how are you? Welcome. Debbie's watching from New Mexico and Kim's in Oregon. So it's not quite as late for you over there in New Mexico or Oregon. It is almost 11 o'clock at night here. And I'm not usually, it's not my norm to be on this late at night, but I just had this idea and I wanted to hop on and hang out with y'all. So like I said, I'm just using that rusty wire and it goes perfect with this look. This cross is from Hobby Lobby, the Easter craft section. Look, I'll hold the tag up. So I gave like $4.50, $5 for it, something like that. And I'm not going to snip off the extra greenery and stuff until, let me see. I think I need a little bit more greenery. Give me just a minute. I don't know where it went. I hid it from myself. Hold on. I have some more. Oh, there's the other little piece. Did y'all hear that grunt from over there? Let me fall it over. This, oh, I do have the number. Just kidding. 139-2059. I didn't realize the tag was still on there. That's the greenery, in case you're interested in that. And that's what it looks like, but I've snipped off some. I thought I did not have it. So that was my fault. Okay, I'm going to take another little piece of wire. Just get this on there because I'm laying down the greenery first. And I think the layered look with the florals, it's going to be so pretty. Hey, Stephanie. I know, late night, right? I'm not always on super late night, but it is fun to do it every now and again, isn't it? And I'm just kind of weaving this wire in here to make sure that like my florals stay the way that I want them to. And I'll give you a close-up look too, because I love showing you like what to expect if you do it yourself. And I think it just goes great with that chicken wire that's already on there. Okay, so now that I have that, I kind of did it uneven. I'm going to layer the white on top of it, but I kind of did it uneven so that it wouldn't be, I like that it's coming up a little bit higher on this side and then it's shorter on this side. So here's the little wildflowers from Dollar Tree. And here's a little tip for you. Whenever you've got some different florals and you're going to be snipping them, if they've got some little greenery leaves or anything like that that you do like, push them all the way up to get under the buds. And somebody's door is squeaky back there. One of my girls. That's what y'all are hearing. And you can push those up. And then that's just going to allow you to keep all that greenery there at the top, because we're going to put some of these on here too. Let's see where that one fell off. There it did. Okay. Then I got to figure out how much of these that I'm going to use too, and then get those in there. Probably won't need this whole thing, but we'll see. I got to kind of lay it out and see what I think. Hey, Dixie. Roxanne, you've never caught me on the live? Well, probably because I do a lot of pre-recorded. But I'm usually live about once a week, sometimes twice a week. It just depends on what I got going on. All right, so I'm just using that. Like I said, I'm using some of that wire that was sticking up to attach the white flowers now, and I want this all to be temporary. I could cut all this off. And this just reminds me, like the white flowers, it just reminds me of looks like white lilies and everything else. So you can lay that out. I love doing a little bit of floral design here and there. Some of this should just stick down in there, so that looks good. And then I think I'll take one little piece of this greenery and stick in there to cover up some of that. Now let me cut some of the snips off. That looks so pretty. That looks so good. Isn't that pretty? That's just so simple. Okay, so we'll get rid of some of this so that you can't see it as bad. I might have to wire that in there. Let's just snip that off. Make sure I'm going to take a little bit more wire and just tie right on the bottom, and we will be secure enough. Isn't that looking good? Those two flowers look really good together, I think. Okay, so then once I'm done with this, I'll be ready to do one more embellishment to make this a true Easter cross. Of course, we need an Easter cloth or robe. Just a second. It's about just messing with these florals to make sure. There we go. Give it a tight. Oops. I said, let me give it a tight, and then it fell out of my. Oh, that was that one. And see, this kind of stuff, I like just securing it how I want for when I'm going to use it in my house. And if I was doing it for somebody else, it would be different. But let's see. Okay. There's an extra piece of wire to get that. It's just about feeding it in here, and there we go. All right, now everything has a little bit of wire on it, even this little piece up here. And so you can even hardly see that. You probably can't even see that wire that I used. So it's just a very simple floral at the bottom. I think it's very, very pretty. But let's do one more thing to make it a special, special Easter cross. I'm going to take some of my favorite. Thank you, Stephanie. This part of the cross was purchased pre-made from Hobby Lobby. So it's in the Easter craft section at Hobby Lobby. $8.99 is the original price if you paid full price, but y'all know it's like permanently on sale. So we're going to take some of my favorite Osnaburg, and we're going to rip a little piece. Probably this is my Osnaburg, just like a creamy white. I gotta find my scissors. We're just gonna rip, get us a piece to work with. Now you could secure any of this if you wanted to with glue. You could, what I'm about to do with the Easter robe, you could secure it with glue, but it's just gonna sit on there just right. And so it's gonna drape like this and drape like this, and we're gonna trim it up and get rid of some of this, and we're gonna do one more thing. Are y'all loving this idea? What y'all thinking? Giving y'all, anybody that has this cross, giving y'all any ideas? Let me make sure before I trim this, because I'm gonna actually stamp it. So let me make sure that I get my stamping right before I go and cut it. So I'm using some stamps that, unfortunately, I get asked about my stamps all the time, y'all, and these are discontinued, but if you had some similar size, they are, I will tell you, because I get asked this sometimes. So each of these little letters are almost an inch tall, almost. Just, I mean, let's just say 3/4 of an inch, actually, tall. So we're gonna do, he is risen. I think I already pulled those letters, so I wouldn't be searching for those, so y'all wouldn't have to watch me. And some black ink. You like this? I think it's very pretty. Okay, so let me lay it out the way it's supposed to be laid out. Make sure I stamp it correctly. And don't stamp my clothes. Oh, I'm so glad y'all love it. Okay, so I got it when I stamp, sometimes I gotta get up and I gotta get over it and make sure it's right. But I think I've got the perfect amount hanging down over here. So let me see. So, and I always, when I'm stamping, I'm afraid I'm gonna spell something wrong. I think I need a new stamp pad. So it's not as vibrant as I would like, but it still gets the point across. Okay, so we got the he is part over there. So let's make sure, let's just start with risen over here. Can y'all see kind of what I'm doing? Kind of. Yeah, I think you can. Okay, I got to make sure I lay it out and then I'll trim it up. So let's do this. Let's do. If you enjoyed this idea and you think some other friends would enjoy it, if you'll sprinkle it out, that would make me so happy to be able to share it with others. Okay. Oops. Trying to stamp everything. Maybe I'm just not stamping hard enough on my ink. My studio is saying, close it up, Summer. Go to sleep. Okay, I don't think I misspelled anything. That's a win in my book. And I'm going to put these over here, and then I'm going to give this a little rip here, or a little cut. I want it to have a little bit of a tattered look. And then let me hold it up for y'all. No paint, no glue, Easter cross craft for this evening. And, oh, okay, let's get rid of that. Probably some of the little tattered parts. So I think it's just quite simple. And like I said, you could glue, if you wanted to, look, you could glue this in place. Like right here and right here, you could put a little hot glue. But in case I want to repurpose this cross, I'm just going to leave it just like this. And I might put, I'll hold it back for y'all. I might put one little, when I hold it up, sometimes I can see where I might want something. Let me put another little white flower down at the bottom. I feel like it needs one more. Just one more little bud. And then it will be complete. So I can always secure that with some wire here in a minute. But there, I think it needed just one more. So what do y'all think about that? Is that not beautiful? And if I were going to put this on a wreath and it was going to be outside and the wind was going to be blowing and stuff, I would probably just put a little bit of hot glue. But I just wanted to make it where I could maybe put it inside somewhere and it was temporary and I could just reuse it or repurpose it on down the road in another way. So what do y'all think? Very simple. Like I said, no glue, no paint. So thank you, Leah. Hey. Stephanie, thank you. Well, this was fun hopping on with y'all late at night, unexpected. Again, if you're on my text list and you're like, why didn't I get a text? It's because it would have been rude for me to text you so late at night. So, I'm glad y'all like it and it's just fun. And I just had this, you know, simple idea in mind, and I love the way it turned out. And thank y'all for hanging out with me. So tell me what you're doing for the weekend. Are y'all have big plans? I've got to get some things straightened up around here. It's kind of a mess with all the crafting and decorating and stuff. Hey, Roxy. Hey, Brenda. Hey, Linda. Thank you, Linda. Stephanie, thank you for sprinkling. Y'all are so sweet. Yeah, if you like this idea, I mean, really for just a few dollar florals and, or whatever greenery or florals you have on hand and some rubber stamps, I think it'd be really, really pretty. So, I think that the stamping that he has risen just takes it kind of over the top, I think. So it makes a really big statement. So working in your flower bed. Oh, Gina's spending the weekend with her mom. Jerry's keeping her grandson. Stephanie's running to Hobby Lobby. Oh, another Stephanie Ramsey is going to the beach. Oh, goodness. To get on my text list, you can text me at 318-414-8279. You can just text me anything to get started. You can say, hey, Summer, tell me what you're up to. And that's how I usually do text when I am going live. But since it was so late tonight, I did not. Well, Roxy, enjoy working in the yard. And yes, Miss Leah Hall, if you are in or around the Monroe, Louisiana area, I did share in my stories. Y'all might would have seen it. Being Crown, Miss Leah Hall, she is set up there. And look at these beautiful, I'm going to show them, Leah, because I happen to have it right here. I picked up a couple of happies from her while I was there. And so if you are wanting to go shop at the spring market, look, she does chalk couture, and she made this pillow cover. Isn't that so pretty? And y'all can tap on her name and go to her page. Do you ship and stuff? I don't really know. I didn't even ask you that. But I got this pillow cover, which is so pretty. And then my daughter saw this as soon as she walked into her booth and said she wanted the fruit of the spirit. So, oh, it's upside down. And it's a dish towel that has all the fruit of the spirit at the bottom with a little floral pattern. Isn't that pretty? So I told my daughter, of course, you can get that. And what else did I get at Spring Market? I'll show y'all this church because I'm trying to come up with a way to share a DIY with y'all. Look how beautiful this church is. I feel like I'm set up for Easter with these two things. The true meaning of Easter anyway. I love all the bunnies and spring things, but I was so inspired by this, and I don't know if the people that I bought it from, they were the Great Antler booth at Spring Market, but I don't know if they, it's 318-414-8279. Can you see it from back there? It might be blurry. 318-414-8279. Yeah, of course. But this is called the Great Antler, and they travel all around to do shows, but I'm not sure that it's handmade. It looks like it has that cool. Thank you, Stephanie, for typing it in there. You can also text the word, I forget about this. I have a quick word set up where you can text phone. You can say phone, and you should get an auto response for me with a link to sign up. I always forget that I have that set up. But anyway, isn't this church just so pretty? Look at that. So I thought we could DIY this too, like a version of it, and do it with something else. I don't know what kind of wood. It just is really rough, rustic wood, but I thought it's a very pretty church. And I got these little candle rings too from another booth. And they're just like market stuff too. But look at just the simplicity of just putting a candle ring on there or something so pretty. I love little pieces like this, and you can leave this out all year long. So we'll have to revisit that, and hopefully that works for y'all and y'all get an auto response, and I'm not telling you stories, telling you to type the word phone, but I think it is set up like that. Well, gosh, well, thank y'all for visiting with me and watching our Easter cross come together. I really love it. I hope you do too. And oh, I didn't secure my flower yet, my other flower. And hope y'all are enjoying your spring season, and the spring weather is getting to some of y'all, and it's very polleny here in North Louisiana, so we're all woke up a little puffy and our throat's a little sore. But the pollen is just like washing off everywhere. So, hey, Hummingbird Paintery's in the house. How are you? Well, good. Well, thank y'all for hanging out with me. I'm going to let y'all go. I'm going to go wind down for the night and get to bed, which is probably where I should be right now anyway. Yes, it sure would be pretty. It would be pretty with all kinds of things for sure. Hey, Joyce, first timer, welcome. Well, thank y'all so much. All right, I'm going to let y'all run, and y'all have a wonderful evening and a blessed weekend, okay? Bye-bye, y'all.